You know you're back in trouble if you're fundamentally boring, Simon.
I know.
Aye, well, you're in trouble. This piece is seriously, I can see it in front of me here to wind up the Arsenal fans. Back to 0-0 draws in the Premier League for the Gunners. They've been labelled set piece FC due to scoring the highest number of goals from corners. How can you possibly start criticising somebody for a plus? That's what we're trying to do here now. We're trying to criticise Arsenal for scoring the most amount of goals at set plays. What's going on in there with you guys? But they are top of the table by 7 points. So do their fans even care? I would imagine not. 03717 22 33 44. You know the drill, guys. That's the number. Arsenal fans, would you be happy to 0-0 your way to the title? Gab, the question here, are Arsenal stumbling their way to the title? Of course they're not.
I don't think so. I think they were up against a very good Nottingham Forest side who are fighting for their life.
Agreed.
They're fighting for points. That point could be crucial come the end of the season. And let's not forget, when Forest were at it and defensively organised last season,
I'm with you.
Nuno Santo, Milenkovic, Morello,
solid,
Nico Williams.
Solid.
Goalkeeper was great save as well from Saka's
header. Brilliant save at the header, it really was.
I know that they are still win 2-3.
Yeah. Okay, joining us now, somebody took an awful lot of stick from yourself, Gabby, the last time he joined us. Yeah, believe it or not, I can't believe it myself. Having just beaten the Arsenal, Villa beat them at 2-1 at Villa Park. So let's find out if he's ready to give some back as a good morning broadcaster, presenter, massive Gunners fan, Joel Beya. Joel, good morning. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Joel.
I'm doing well, thank you very much. Good morning to the both of you. Gabby, I've missed you. Where have you been?
I've been on vacation, mate, travelling the world.
Mate, I DM'd you, I had Christmas presents for you. I'm still trying to drop off your gifts, you know.
I've been travelling, mate. What's been going on? What have I missed?
Have you been travelling since Arsenal beat Villa? Is that it?
Right, I was hiding like you wouldn't imagine. I was so chirpy, Ali, when we beat
I know. And it was a proper going over as well.
Proper hiding, and I was like, my comments, honestly. Gosh. I was close to turning my comments off, Joel.
Listen, I didn't get a reply. I was looking at the teams. I was getting ready to read out your team. Konza, Matty Cash, Ian Matson, Tillsman. I was ready for all of it, man. But yeah, I've heard the segment, and I have to say, shame on you. Shame on anyone who came up with the idea.
Joe, tell me, mate, looking at the game at the weekend, it's a strange one. Because I read one article on a Monday morning saying it was 2 points lost or 2 points dropped. Now, that's obviously a half-empty way to look at it. I look at it the other way. I look at Liverpool drawn, Villa getting beat, City losing to United. Mm-hmm. Surely it's a point gained, isn't it?
It is because of the results that transpired. If those other results didn't transpire and Villa, actually mounted a title charge, then they would have been 4 points behind, and then it's a different story. But because of other results, that's how it's transpired. And I have to be honest with you, Ali, I reckon that's why Arsenal will win the league. Not because we're going to be the most exciting team out there in the Premier League, but because other teams are really just not capitalising either. Like, we're not capitalising as much as we should do. We should be 12 points clear. But because everybody else is a little bit sloppy, Liverpool are not having the season they should, City are still finding themselves, Villa, what can I say? It gives us the massive opportunity to run away with it by the start of May.
Do you think, though, Joel, going on to tonight's game, that he should rest key players tonight? Because, Arsenal are going to qualify in the Champions League, probably going to finish top. There's so many players that probably need game time. And like you says there about the poor teams in the Premier League, even around Europe as well, no one's really at it like Arsenal are. Is this a time for Arsenal to capitalise and try and win as many trophies as possible?
100%. I really, really think that the Inter game is just an opportunity to share the minutes around. Yes. And you know what? Even if it doesn't have a massive effect now, it helps a lot later on in the season. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of games, and we can all agree, even yourself, Gabby, that Arsenal are one of the strongest teams in Europe. So we're going to go far in almost every competition. Even if you now count the League Cup, I'm pretty sure we'll have a decent run in the FA Cup. Champions League will make it to the knockout stages. I'm saying semis potentially. I think he has to share those minutes around and give the other players confidence, So yeah, 100% you're right.
I think, Joe, looking at it, I mean, you've got, there's a balance. There's definitely a balance because Arsenal have been so far in this Champions League campaign, have been nothing short of fantastic. I'm looking at it now. Played 6, won 6, 4-17. You've lost 1 goal, kept 5 clean sheets. Yes, you've got to look after your squad for the league campaign, I get it. But at the same time, it's getting a balance because you want to keep the momentum going in the tournament as well.
Yeah, and you want to make everyone feel like they're part of it, you know. And it's an art. Especially a few weeks ago, myself and Gabby were talking about how important it was to have like 2 squads and stuff like that. So you need to make sure that those players, they all feel involved. And look, let's be honest with you. You rest those players for Inter. You allow them to be ready for the game against Man United. And that's a massive game. They're nowhere near us in the table, but they're still a team that's going to come in and work really hard against us, especially after their manager bounce win against Man City on the weekend.
What's crazy, isn't it, about when you talk about rotation, Ali, is like Lewis Skelly, Mosquera, Marino, Eze, Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, Trossard, Saka, Kepa are all on the bench. So if all those players started, it wouldn't even look like you're resting anyone.
No, but that's the one thing I would say to you, Joe, looking at, certainly Arsenal and probably City as well, when they make substitutions and make changes for games, other teams probably are weakening their side ever so slightly. I'm not sure teams like perhaps Arsenal and Manchester City, Liverpool to a certain degree as well are.
Facts, spot on. I mean, look, if in my opinion, Marino should be starting ahead of Gyökeres up front. But if you're taking off Gyökeres and you're bringing on Gabriel Jesus or Marino, to me, it's an even stronger team. And at the same time, you've got Eze, who he hasn't played as much as he would have wanted to recently, but to swap him for Odegaard, I mean, that's luxury, in 101. So hopefully those other players can keep on getting involved, and they're going to have moments, all of them, whether it be Gyökeres, whether it be Eze. We've seen him against Spurs now this season. You're gonna have those players have those moments. But Madueke, everyone's talking about Saka and his stats and how he hasn't done as much as they would have liked this season. But the reality is he doesn't have to. You're able to share the load, and that was the issue before. Before we were relying on 1 or 2 players. Now, if Odegaard's not doing well, we can switch it around. That's not even including the likes of Ethan Nwaneri, who's barely
can't get on the bench, can he?
Exactly.
Joel, have you heard from talkSPORT have said that when the season finishes, we're going to go straight into World Cup preview straight away?
That's not happening. I'm coming in the office. The funny thing is, you guys are lucky I didn't wear my shades this morning. The plan was for me to wear my shades. I usually have a fake cigar, but I didn't know what the rules were, if we're allowed to show them on air or not. But the shades are definitely coming out soon, trust me.
We're all in trouble, Ali.
Joe,
all in trouble.
Fake cigars are cool with me, mate. Don't worry about that. You well done.
Cheers, mate.
You enjoy the game tonight.
Top man,
Thanks
Joel.
for coming on. Thanks for your company this morning.
In a bit. Gabby, that present's coming.
Okay, I'm going to message you.
Now, coming up, we turn our attention back to the civil war at Manchester United. That's a bit strong. Are the fans getting fed up with their former player criticising the current team? Give us a call. It's interesting. I want to hear from the United fans on this one this morning. 03717 22 33 44. That is the number to have your say.